And now we are
Basta yung
eh. At sa pagpapatuloy ng ating moving on series, ngayon naman, tatanungin natin, when do you know when it's time to move on from your career? Or your workplace, for that matter. Ako ang nagli-lead nito kasi sa aming tatlo, ako yung at some point in my career, I decided to move to a different work environment. So from being a kapuso, naging kapamilya ako. 10 years in GMA7, in 2012, naging kapamilya ako. And 10 years din ako doon. Technically kasi 2022, yun yung last show ko talaga. So, I love both networks. But I guess, naranasan ko na yon yung magkaroon ka ng point sa buhay mo na, I think I want something new. I think it's time for me to grow. I don't know what will happen to me when I move to that network. Sa totoo lang, nakakatakot yun yung desisyon na yun. Kasi syempre, kampante ka na eh. Alam mo na kung ano yung pagpapatakbo at alaga naman ako sa GMA7 and they gave me so many breaks. It was hard to move forward because naging nanay mo at talagang nagbigay ng mga breaks sa'yo sa industriyang ito. Inisip mo, ungrateful ka ba? Paano ko sila iiwanan? Pero gusto ko pa rin magstay. But I guess, ultimately, I knew that I had to do it for myself because I had to ask myself this. Ano yung mas pagsisisihan ko in the future? Yung hindi ko na-explore yung what if ko and I stayed with that network, or lumipat ako at sumugal sa kung ano yung meron sa akin sa magiging growth ko sa kabilang network.
I think this topic is so interesting, especially for the three of us, is because you're someone who did it. Lynn and I both have been in the same space, more or less, in our lives. You had a little career shift, but the first one was very short. Kumbaga, you running the school was the bulk of your career, but you are also coming into it with a lens of you're in a school, you've seen other people in your team do it and say bye and I'm going, diba? And then me naman, I kind of have very, very little experience with this because I've been in the same place. Most of the people I work with also same industry for quite some time. So yeah, I'm interested to
Flesh it out.
listen also and see what will come out of this.
A lot of people don't know that I actually started in real estate.
Wait, I didn't know.
Yes.
I thought the tech was the first.
Well, no.
Oh.
Okay, I was the PR and communications head. Not head. I mean, I was the assistant. I had the boss, but I had a good relationship also with our CEO. So there were times, when I would write his speech, and I was a fresh graduate. Like I was 20 when I first started working. Kasi I was 19 because I graduated college 19. No, this was before the whole K to 12. During the time before I turned the 1 year in that job, that's when I got the invitation to actually serve in Mexico as a youth missionary. And the CEO tried to stop me, as in he offered me a car loan. When you're 19, when you're 20, diba? Parang that's such a big
Oo
deal.
naman, kahit
Sorry,
ako ngayon, pag
diba?
sinabi yan, Carlo,
At that age, kasi I was an assistant. I was really I mean, yeah, parang that wasn't a part of my pay grade, no, at the time. But he had a consultant who was also sort of the chairman at the time. And when I told him and I was gonna say goodbye, or I told him I was discerning, the first thing he told me was, this company, no matter how big it grows, can never give you the opportunities that living in another country will give you, especially at that age. And he also found out that it was also parang because it was a missionary program, so you also get to develop your skills and values. And I never forgot that. And I realized, because yun nga, like B said, that's actually what set me on the path eventually to put up Manomiga in the Philippines. But every time someone resigns from Manomiga, they feel guilty kasi it's a mission kayo, family. So ang hirap bumitaw. Kami rin ganun eh. Tsaka may mission, may advocacy involved.
God is watching.
But I never stopped
future
them.
ng mga kabataan ito.
Totoo. Pero baka lumipat rin sila sa
Ibang
ibang
school.
ibang
Tama
NGO or school, no? But I never stopped them because I keep thinking about that na, you know what, maybe that new job will give them opportunities that I cannot give them anymore, right? And if I benefited from that kind of advice and that kind of grace, why would I not extend that to other people?
Ganda, di ba?
I
Ngayon
didn't
ako-
know. Real
Oo,
estate.
real estate.
But
Marami-
hindi ako nagbenta.
Oo.
Ano ako, PR.
part. Okay, ang dami nating pag-uusapan at may mga ambag din ako dyan sa extending that compassion and grace. Pwede bang magpakilala muna tayo? And sagutin din natin ang tanong na, if you could shift careers, not just kasi sa akin workplace lang, diba? What kind of job do you think you would do? A dream job.
Ako, clear sa akin.
Okay.
Kasi I really want to do it. Eventually, maybe 10 years from now, teach. I really want to teach.
Oh my God!
Nakikita kita.
Yeah, super.
I
Ako may
I see.
College ba?
Yeah.
Oo nga,
Our
feel.
alma mater.
Yeah.
I know.
Super
I will get
give
you.
back.
Get you.
Thank you.
Super give back.
Sobrang
yan.
gusto ko. Dream ko. Pero baka
Bagay.
mga pag 55 na ako,
Ano yung
ganyan.
pangalan mo po ulit bago ka? Hindi ka nag...
Sorry. Hi, I'm Bianca. And an alternative career, possibly, if ever, it's teaching.
Yes, teacher B.
Oh my God, professor.
Professor.
Professor Intal. Tara.
Ba't maganda? Bagay.
Gusto ko nag-sign up kay Prof. Intal. Tara.
Bakit mo? Hindi ko pangarap yan. So, klaro sa akin yun. Hindi ko kaya kaya. Okay.
Hi, I'm Lynn. Yung isang alternative career, I'm kind of pursuing it now. I really wanna be a psychologist. Nung una, ginawa ko lang yun kasi parang nainggit ako because my husband. Sabi niya, I'm gonna
Was
take up my
taking
MA.
it up.
Oh, sabi ko, ako na rin. No? But now, parang I realize like, just how important it is. But, if I can do a do-over, I think I'll also wanna try being a vet.
Really?
Because you really love
I really love
pets.
animals in general. Yeah. As in, I love all animals. They make me happy.
That's why I make you happy.
It's true.
Sorry. Sa mga hindi po
Ganyan lang po talaga
nanonood,
sila.
nagpakaaso po ako dito. Okay. Magpapakilala din ako agad. Ako po si Iza, and kung hindi man ako artista, gusto ko sanang maging investigative journalist.
Pwede pa.
Thank you talaga. Hindi ko alam if I have what it takes, pero siguro lagi kong iniisip kung ano yung storya behind things that happen. I'm curious about why this person did that or why this happened. Hindi ko alam kung kaya ko yung research part. Pero it's just something na, I think it's such a cool job, ganyan. Hindi ko alam kung magiging kasing galing ako ni Atom
I
Araulio.
was gonna say, shout out to our 2026 co-chair, Atom Araulio.
We see a collab in the
Oo.
future.
Gusto ko lang gumawa ng mag-deep dive into a community and immerse myself in a story and really find out why things happen, what brings about certain things, what makes a killer a killer. Yung mga tipong ganon, yung parang why, what. Parang dapat nga mag-psychology muna siguro ako, 'di ba? Pero yun lang, parang surprise. Yun yung
That's the
Yung
first
gusto
time
kong
I've
gawin,
ever
yeah.
heard you say this.
Oo.
I think nakikita ko din.
chusera.
Kaya.
Hindi ko alam. Alam mo, it's a nice
You
idea.
have a gift with people eh.
Ayun talaga.
Yeah, and you can make them open up to you.
Alam ko din yun.
Tapos pwede mo i-charm yung mga tao para malaman mo kung ano yung mga secrets, na
nila.
barangay.
Siguro hindi ko alam. So somewhere there, siguro sa pagiging artista and pagiging somehow gusto kong maintindihan kung ano yung nangyayari sa isang komunidad or sa isang pamilya, lies something I want to do. So I don't know if it's like investigative journalist, but journalist. Maybe, oo, siguro. Pero parang matrabaho, ano? Parang wag na lang po. Ano na lang, housewife. Hindi lang yun. Actually, teka lang. Baka mas mahirapan yata ako doon.
Sa housewife.
Oo, dahil di ko alam kung paano din gawin yun, ha? Ang hirap. Props to and shout out sa lahat ng mga homemakers. Punot dulo, hindi ko po alam kung anong gagawin ko kung hindi ako artista, no?
It is what you are meant to
Ah,
do.
to do.
Bigyan niyo pa po siya ng maraming trabaho.
Oh, yes, please
We
po.
accept the
Thank you. We
blessing.
accept it.
Mhm.
Okay, kanina, actually, na-open up mo na yung isang story na gusto kong ikwento dito tungkol sa pag-move forward ko. Because just recently, my social media manager, after over 2 years of working together, decided to move forward in her career. And I tell you, I was gutted. As in, that's the word. I did not see it coming. Kasi ako, pag nag-alaga ako ng tao, gusto ko pang matagalan
yes.
talaga. Almost everybody around me that I work with closely have been working with me for a long time. So I didn't see that coming, and it was really a punch in the gut. And I was so heartbroken. And I remember crying, telling her, I guess this is goodbye. Buti na lang sa phone, kasi feeling ko kung in person, wasak na wasak ako talaga. Mahal na mahal ko eh. Tapos, I knew that I had to extend the same compassion and grace that was given to me by my nanays and bosses in GMA when I moved forward. Siyempre masakit, 'di ba? And I know na nasaktan ko din sila. Pero ganun pala yun. Naintindihan ko she wants to grow. At sino ako para hadlangan ang pangarap ng isang tao na, to try new things, to work with new people, and grow from that experience, 'di ba? Eto na. Recently, ito na, marites na marites. Baka investigative journalist ba o marites? Baka showbiz, chika.
When you were explaining nga kanya magaling sa tao, open up, sabi ko, baka showbiz YouTube channel
Oo,
pala.
parang ganun. Nakakatawa yung, eto na.
So, ano yung plot
Oo,
twist?
ito na. Hindi plot twist. Hindi na tungkol sa social media manager ko. Recently din, I was at a party. My previous boss, one of my previous bosses, Miss Annette Gozon, was in that party. And we've maintained our friendship through the years. When we see each other, it's always been pleasant. And I know that she super loves me. I love you also. Alam niya yon. As in, then I told her about this. Sabi ko, Miss Annette, recently, my girl nga moved forward. Sabi ko, ang sakit pala. Tapos at some point, sabi ko, I'm sorry. Gumanon ako.
Full circle.
Oo, full circle. Tapos sabi ko, I had to, extend that same grace that you gave me. Thank you. Gumanon ako. At ganun din, sinasabi ko na rin naman yun sa mga ibang nanay na naiwan ko doon dati. Thank you, sorry, and thank you. I guess it was just nice because I told her also in that same party na parang, for me, I think I needed talaga to do that. Because it empowered me. Because I feel like if I stayed, I wouldn't be this person that I am now. I had to prove myself in an environment as hindi na ako nakasandal na management. Yung kumbaga na yung management ko, yung network din. Kasi I had that and I didn't realize that it was a gift for you to be handled by the network. Siyempre, they will give you first dibs.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Pero nung natanggal siya sa akin, talagang I had to work double, like extra harder, find other ways to grow, and na-empower ko yung sarili ko to the point na I can almost manage myself na din. Alam mo yun, yung parang yung setup namin ngayon ng manager ko, like I co-manage. Na feeling ko, if I stayed, baka I'll always rely on what the management will say. I don't know if I would have grown as much. Plus, nagkaroon ako ng ng agency, I guess, is what you call it, dun sa career ko. Mas naging mahirap, yes, pero somehow siguro mas may fulfillment in a different way. Definitely, mas may gratitude for everything.
I would maybe use that as a jump off point to highlight why it's important for people to move on if the job is not serving them anymore. Because it's not just a disservice to yourself, it's also a disservice to the organization. I always tell my team members that you can resign. Especially our job is so hard, it's emotionally draining, but you need to end well. Don't let it get to a point wherein I have to run after you for your updates, I have to be constantly motivating you, you're demotivating the entire team, right? And I really think that's when it's an important time to reflect because sometimes you're just tired, right? Sometimes you just need a break, but you really feel that's still the place where you're meant to be. It comes to a point, or for other people, it's like they're dragging their feet to work constantly, or to me, it's really avoiding the tasks at hand. I procrastinate all the time. But this one isn't not doing it, diba? And then to the point that you know that you're compromising not just your work but other people's work already. So to me, again, you could be staying for so many reasons. Kasi may practical reasons din Paano kung malaki yung sweldo or every March may malaking bonus, 'di ba? Na Yun nga lang to me. I mean, speaking also from the organization's perspective, deserve that bonus, right? If you know,
deserve that bonus.
right?
Oo, tama.
Because it's a privilege, right? I cannot give large bonuses because I'm a non-profit. So if you're gonna stay, for example, if you're just staying for the bonus, make sure, 'di ba, na yun nga na you're not shortchanging the company in the same way that the company should also not shortchange its employees.
Dapat yung puso mo nandun pa rin sa trabaho mo. And the minute na wala na dun, maging totoo ka din sa sarili mo. Kasi hindi ka na rin nakakaambag dun sa environment na yun.
Although that's so hard, no? Lalo na when you're doing work just for the sweldo, which there's no shame
Oh, of
in that
course.
as
And
well.
that's the reality for
Yeah.
For
most
a lot of
people.
people, yes.
Exactly. So, sa sitwasyon na ganon, ang hirap kasi a lot of people report about being in a toxic work environment or a company culture na ayaw nila but then have to stay because nga they have bills to pay or a family to feed. So, syempre that is, I guess, an entirely different episode as well kasi sa ekonomiyang ito, ang hirap talaga. But while listening to you two, I thought about how, yes, I have been in the same career. However, in the middle of that career, I also tried to look for something else. So around 15 years ago, I had been hosting already for, I would say, parang mga 6 years na akong television host. And I was like, parang I want to do something more. So I didn't leave my work as a TV host. Hindi naman madami ang trabaho talaga para sa amin. It's seasonal. So I had time to do other things. And that's when I became the editor-in-chief of a young women's magazine, which was Meg. And then I started writing for the Philippine Star. And I guess I want to share this because to other people, lalo na those in the freelance world or the racket world, baka naman you don't have to leave. You just have to try to racket other things to sort of help you feel that growth.
Pursue a passion.
Yes, or not just even a passion, like something you're curious about or maybe a skill set you want to develop. Kasi at least even if at that moment you're not feeling the growth in the work that you're doing, you can feel the growth in other things. And then eventually, maybe in the real job, in the main job that you have, like I did, oh, okay, there are other places to grow and challenge myself in as well.
Actually, sige.
Thank you. Just on that note, I realized that I could have just done a stage play or do other things, like, because I was really seeking for growth. That's what I did in 2024 na parang you can get that growth not just by moving from one company to another or shifting careers. Just challenge yourself in new ways. I think then yun lang na-realize ko about myself. I like being challenged. Masakit, mahirap, nakakapagod, but I do love a good challenge. Itong pagpa-podcast, bagong challenge. So,
Meron akong gustong basagin na konsepto.
uy.
Which is, a lot of people think that they need to resign when the work doesn't feel good anymore. That's not true. By the way. Because just like relationships, work has a honeymoon stage, right? So for example, me, I've been...
Passion.
Correct. Diba? I've been in the development sector for 18 years this year. And especially us, we deal with such heavy topics. And apart from dealing with such heavy topics, there's also like heavy admin work, right? Which is like the most tiring, most boring, most...
Yung itsura, sorry, sa mga nakikinig lang yung itsura ko. Taga,
But work still feels like work, right? So to me, hindi
that's
siya ibig
why it's
sabihin.
called work.
Yeah, so even if when you're passionate about something, it still feels work. It doesn't feel good all the time. What I was saying earlier, when you know that when you're dragging your feet to work, to me, it's really more of, do you still see your purpose, your life's purpose, aligned with the work that you're doing, the organization you're working with? Because tama si B eh. Parang what you're passionate about, it doesn't have to be your work. Kanari, if you love photography, you don't have to be a photographer, right? Ganyan. But maybe you need to look for an organization that's aligned with your values, right? It's more of that. And then you're given a position wherein you can grow, you have agency, like what you said earlier. So you see how you're contributing to the society at large, while also maybe benefiting from the material benefits of working, which is yun nga, you're able to provide for your family, diba? So, ganun eh, diba? Parang for example, my sister, her work is very flexible. And she feels like that's the organization for her because she can be very present for her kids. And then when my mom was recently in the hospital, talagang she was the one who was there. And we kept talking na, kung hindi ganyan ka-flexible yung work ni ate, that wouldn't have been possible. But because that's what she was valuing, diba? Or that's what she values, she really feels that the organization is for her.
The fit.
Siguro I wanted lang din to add that when it comes to moving on sa career, or I'll make it very particular to a job, I realize now that a few years after I did the editor-in-chief job, so 2010, I left the post in 2015 of being an editor-in-chief. I could have
Naka
gone on
5
kasi,
years ka pa
yeah,
din
5
pala.
years,
Tagal,
which is
ah.
long also. But
Tagal.
editor-in-chiefs, usually they can go on 10 years,
Yeah, yeah,
ganyan.
yeah.
But I remember specifically, and again, this is a boss who extended so much grace and understanding. So Suki Salvador,
Hi, Suki.
who was our boss before for Meg Magazine. So it's a young women's magazine. So it's about career women in their 20s, finding the work for them, about love, about friendship, trends, fashion, beauty, etc. 2015, I had already given birth to Lucia. And so when I sat down with Suki, we both agreed that someone else would be better for this job because I now, in this season of my life, care about different things already. And I cannot serve the readers of this magazine because I'm in a different life season and life stage. So maybe that also plays a factor. Specifically for women, I don't think men go through this as much. Women kasi the seasons are so clear.
Clear, oo. The shifts.
Whether or not you get married or have a mom, the seasons are clear for women talaga. Perhaps, pag may ganun din, it's worth looking at in your decision making whether you should move on. And I bring up Suki because we've heard about this in different podcasts than before about having a personal board of directors, or basically a group of people that you consult that know your background, know your skills, and can tell you and give you wise advice that you may not be seeing at the moment. So maybe that would help in decision making if it's time to move on from a job.
Yeah, just to add to that, rather than chase a position or a title, I would suggest chasing a mentor.
Oh, I like
Right.
that.
Especially
I love
when you're young
it.
and you're starting in an industry, chase someone or look for someone who can really help you grow, will open opportunities for you, and who will also give you the feedback that you need so that you're able to work on your areas for improvement. Because a lot of people get attracted to a job because of the salary, because of yun nga, the title, right, which you can put in your calling card. But at the end of the day, it's really who you're working with, especially the person that's yun nga, the person who's your supervisor, who's guiding you, who can really make sure that you fulfill your potential and even extend that potential.
Gusto ko lang sabihin na recognize who these people are and be grateful for them. Ang pinanggagalingan ko dito, hindi ko na-realize that people were mentoring me. And some of them have gone and left and are now in heaven. And I realized, oh my goodness, ang dami niyang naiambag sa buhay ko. Hindi ko man lang siya laging nabibisita or lunch or dinner kami. Yung punta lang ako kasi mag-workshop kami ngayon. Tapos nakuha mo yan. It's beyond work. You also ask for life advice, mentors, not just in your career. I feel like we can grow so much from having these life mentors. Kasi personal board of director mo nga, sila yung magiging ganyan sa buhay mo. Para lang hindi one way. Bigay mo din sa kanila yung respeto, oras, at pagmamahal na ibinibigay nila sa'yo.
Mentorship is not one way, definitely. It's may nabibigay din yung mentee
Of course.
to the mentor. I wanted to add lang din to what Lynn said earlier about when you move on. If you do decide to move on from whatever job you're in, keep the relationship good. Kasi bilog ang mundo.
Sobra.
Like, if you burn a bridge to 10 years down the line in a company you're working for, or siguro if you have a business, your own business, and you have to deal with this person, but if you were good to people, you nagpaalam ka ng maayos,
Yes.
et cetera.
Kung ano
The
mang
good
paraan
karma
yan.
will just go around. Yeah.
I would like to think na yan ang nagawa ko noon. Ang hirap magpaalam. Pwede ka namang hindi na lang sumipot isang araw eh. Tas sabihin sa kanila,
Yeah.
hindi, I mean, that could have been a choice.
Yeah.
Pero
Ay,
hindi ko...
may nakagawa na.
Maraming gumawa. Hindi ko alam kasi ang alam ko lang ay ang sarili kong storya. Pero ako, ang ginawa ko, sinabi ko sa kanila na malaki ang posibilidad na ito na mag-move forward na ako. At may mga iyakan talaga na naganap at masakit. Masakit din para sa akin. Buti na lang. Kasi tignan mo ngayon, bukas na bukas yung industriya. Actually, ang pinagdasal ko talaga dati, ang dream scenario ko nun, na pwedeng magtrabaho yung mga artista kahit saan. Medyo nangyari din ngayon.
Borderless.
Oo, borderless work. Because I really feel that it's not just about one network. It's about the whole industry itself. And kasi maybe because I grew up with my dad, na ang nakikita ko nun was the industry was medyo one. It wasn't divided pa into networks. Ito yung panahon ng 80s, 90s. Parang hindi sila ganun ka-limited. And maybe it's the artist in me. Ang hirap, limitahan ng artist, ng creatives. Kasi gusto mong mag-explore pa ng mag-explore. And every set will have its own creative dynamic and all of these things. But amen to not burning bridges. Kasi salamat sa Diyos, nakakausap ko pa rin itong mga taong ito at nahaharap ko sila pag nagkikita kami sa kahit saang lugar man. Buti na lang nagawa ko ng masakit man, maayos na paraan. I think one last advice that we have, ang tanong, paano ba gawin yun? Pag tinanong,
That's what I was
paano,
gonna say.
how do you not burn a bridge? Kasi masakit talaga.
Yes. I wanted to ask this to Lynn kasi
Oo,
again,
ikaw
you've
yun.
had a lot of people have to say this to you and some did it probably in a way and they're like, bakit ganito siya mag-approach? And some are like, oh my gosh, that's a great ano. So, if someone is like, okay, maybe it is time to move on, what is a way in which they can
All right. I
do
think, so yeah, before I answer your question, I think also for those who are running their own organizations, if you're a boss, one of the things I had to learn also was to make it easier for people to resign. Because it's not easy to talk to someone whom you regard as a boss, diba? Syempre, like you, if you're the leader, you don't know how you make other people feel, right? Parang that's not something you're conscious about. Now, for those of you who wanna resign or you wanna talk about your career, I think, first of all, honesty really is the best way to do it in most cases. There are gonna be toxic bosses, and if you've been working for that person, you know who those people are, and you might have to massage their ego a little bit. But I'd like but I'd like to hope that majority of leaders, right, like in some way they're used to it. I would say that really have an honest conversation in the sense that, this is what I want for myself. This is not something that I know that the company is this. This is not something the company can necessarily give me anymore. I want to explore something else. You really have to do that. You really have to set the proper meeting. It can be quite uncomfortable. A best practice I would share that my team members do is that before they send their resignation letter, they schedule a meeting. And alam ko na yan. Merong tone
Ang
na
ganda.
parang, Miss Lynn, can I talk to you about something? Ayan. Alam ko na, pag yun na, no? And honestly, I really appreciate it. And yun nga, as their boss, I'm also happy for them, diba? That parang one of my employees who resigned recently on my birthday,
On your birthday.
No, she didn't resign my birthday. Sorry, let me finish. Guys, bago mag-react. No, on my birthday, she shared a story na as a tribute to me, and she was saying how, she's the best mentor I've ever had, that she's pursuing creative work now because I really encouraged her. And actually, nakakatawa, her resignation, parang may formal resignation letter siya and may personal letter siya to me na it's so hard to resign because I know that it's gonna be difficult to find another boss like you. Wow! Baka pinasad siya yung ego ko.
Yes.
Pwede rin
Magaling
yun.
ka. Magaling ka.
Parang people rin yung bosses nyo, diba? So, baka if you catch them in a bad day, baka hindi ka rin nila mabigyan ng okay na conversation. So, try to see also. My advice to both parties, both the boss and the employees, no matter how that conversation goes, don't take it personally. People have shortcomings, right? Both the employer and the employee. And like what you guys said, it's better to end well, meaning even if that conversation didn't go the way you wanted to, don't carry that baggage, right? Like, release it also and just say, you know what? I did the right thing. I stand by my decision and wish them the best.
Ang last ko, actually, on that note, my tito, shortly after I moved, my dad kasi passed away na this time Pinsan ng dad ko. Biyaya talaga yung words niya sa akin. Sabi niya, whatever your decision is, that's the best decision. At pinanghawakan ko yun. Kasi it was a time of uncertainty and I just held on to that. And tama siya. It's the best for me and for my evolution. I hope this episode gave you some clarity and inspiration. Kung marami pong mag-resign sa kanilang mga trabaho bukas, wag niyo po kaming sisihin. But yeah, it's always the best decision. It's always for us. Life always works out for you.